Greetings. Today we are going to look at John chapter 14, verses 28 to 31. These are the last few statements. In fact, the last four statements before Jesus Christ and his disciples left the upper room and they were on their way to Garden of Gethsemane. So in these last four statements on the upper room before they left to Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus Christ is telling them how much cross means to him. So let's go through them. In verse 28, you have heard that I said to you, I go away, I will come to you. If you have loved me, you would have rejoiced because I go to the Father, for the Father is greater than I. In this statement, Jesus is saying, cross is very important to me because it tells me my submission to the Father. Father is greater than I. Father and Christ are one in essence. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. The one who has seen me in this chapter has seen the Father. He said in John 10, I and the Father are one. But in this place, he says Father is greater than I because Philippians 2 gives the theology. Though he was of the same essence of God, Godhead, and he did not think twice to give it up. He didn't stop being God, but he gave up the glory. And he took on the form of a man and form of the bondservant, and he was obedient unto death, even to the death on the cross. So in his humanity, his submission was portrayed by cross, and cross was very important to him. That's the first statement. Verse 29, I have told you before it happens, so that when it happens, you may believe. What does he say here? Cross is very important to Jesus Christ because it is going to verify all his words. When cross happens, the disciples will know what Christ said is true. When resurrection happened, they realized that all that Christ was saying to them, and it was all true, and it increased their faith. So cross is very important to Christ. And then he says, I will not speak much more with you. The ruler of the world is coming and he has nothing in me. Which means that the ruler of the world has lost the deal already before the cross. And cross is going to nail that fact. Satan doesn't have any hook with Christ. He tried all the possible ways ever since the birth of Christ up until this point in time, and he was a defeated foe. And cross is very important to him because the ruler of this world is going to be judged. And then finally he says, the world may know that I love the Father. Cross is very important to Christ because it is one of the way by which he is going to send a signal to the world, send a message to the world that he loves the Father. And then he says, let us go up from here. And they were on their move to Garden of Gethsemane. The four important things about the cross, what cross meant to Christ. Number one, it shows his submission, verse 28. Number two, it is going to validate all his statements. Number three, and it is the place where Satan is going to be judged. His head is going to be crushed, though Satan will bruise his heel. And number four, and that is the only place the world will know that he loves the Father. What a beautiful lesson that we have from the mouth of Christ about how much cross means to him. Thank you so much.